You might think that death in old age comes suddenly without warning. But did you know that recent research suggests the body often gives quiet signals up to a year in advance? Have you ever wondered if there were signs you might have missed with a loved one? As you know, it's not always easy to recognize when someone we care about is beginning their final journey. But here's what many families don't realize. Understanding these gentle signals isn't about fear. It's about presence, preparation, and making the most precious moments count. You'll learn 5 research-backed signs that can help you recognize when your elderly loved one may be entering their final phase, and more importantly, how to respond with compassion and practical wisdom. Stay with me until the end, because you'll discover 3 simple changes in your approach that could help you create more peace, comfort, and meaningful connection during this sacred time. Many people assume death happens suddenly, but studies show that the body often begins preparing for this transition months before it occurs. This isn't about medical diagnosis. It's about understanding the natural process of aging and how our bodies communicate their needs. Have you ever felt confused about whether changes in your elderly loved one were just normal aging or something more significant? You're not alone. Research indicates that families often recognize these patterns only in retrospect, wishing they had understood sooner what their loved one was experiencing. The truth is, when you know what to look for, you can shift from worry to presence, from trying to fix everything to simply being there in the most meaningful way possible. This knowledge doesn't create sadness. It creates opportunity for deeper connection and more intentional care. Are you noticing that your loved one seems to be losing weight even when they're eating regularly? This isn't just about getting pickier with food. It's often one of the earliest signs that the body is beginning to prioritize differently. Studies show that as the body prepares for end of life, nutrient absorption naturally declines. The digestive system becomes less efficient, and metabolism slows significantly. You might notice your loved one pushing food around their plate, saying they're just not hungry, or that nothing tastes quite right anymore. Have you been encouraging them to eat more, feeling worried when they don't finish their meals? This is completely natural. We show love through food. But experts recommend shifting from encouragement to acceptance. Instead of, "You need to eat more," try, "What sounds good to you right now?" Or, "Would you like just a small portion of your favorite?" Do you notice your loved one sleeping more during the day, but still seeming exhausted? This isn't the same as being tired after activity. This is a deep, persistent fatigue that doesn't improve with rest. Research shows that as circulation and oxygen delivery decline, the body conserves energy for essential functions. You might see your loved one withdrawing from activities they once enjoyed, spending more time in bed, or seeming not quite present during conversations. Is this something you've experienced with your loved one? Many families misinterpret this as depression or giving up, but it's actually the body's wise way of conserving energy for what matters most. Instead of pushing activity, consider asking, "What would feel most comfortable for you right now?" Or, "How can I help you feel more at ease?" Have you noticed your loved one repeating the same questions, seeming confused about familiar things, or appearing emotionally distant? These changes can be heartbreaking, but understanding the physiology helps us respond with greater compassion. As oxygen delivery to the brain decreases and neurological function slows, cognitive processing changes. Your loved one might ask the same question multiple times, not because they're not listening, but because their brain isn't storing new information as efficiently. They might also seem emotionally flat, not responding to things that used to bring them joy. Are you finding yourself getting frustrated when they repeat themselves? This is completely understandable. Experts suggest responding each time as if it's the first time they've asked, keeping your voice gentle and patient. Remember, they're not choosing to disconnect. Their brain is simply working differently now. If any of these signs sound familiar with your loved one, I want you to know you're not alone in this journey. Comment below and let me know which sign resonates most with your experience. Sharing your story helps others feel less isolated, and I read every single comment. Have you noticed your loved one getting more colds, infections, or cuts that take longer to heal? This isn't just bad luck. It's often a sign that the immune system is naturally declining as the body redirects energy. Research shows that as we approach end of life, immune function decreases and the body's ability to fight off infections and heal wounds slows significantly. You might notice urinary tract infections, respiratory infections, or minor cuts that don't heal as quickly as they used to. Even with proper medical treatment, recovery might be slower or incomplete. Could you see yourself shifting your focus from preventing every illness to keeping your loved one comfortable when they do get sick? This doesn't mean giving up on medical care. It means balancing treatment with comfort and quality of life. Do you notice your loved one's breathing becoming irregular, or their hands and feet feeling cold even when the room is warm? These changes in breathing patterns and circulation are often the most noticeable signs as the body prepares for transition. Experts describe breathing changes like irregular patterns, periods of rapid breathing followed by pauses, or breathing that seems labored. You might also notice their skin becoming cooler to the touch, particularly in their extremities, or taking on a bluish tint. Have you checked on your loved one and felt concerned about these changes? These are natural signs that the cardiovascular system is working less efficiently. Creating a calm, comfortable environment and simply being present becomes more important than trying to fix these changes. Instead of pushing your loved one to eat more, be more active, or engage more socially, try accepting where they are right now. Ask yourself, what does my loved one need most in this moment? Often, it's simply your presence and understanding. Rather than encouraging them to get out of bed, take walks, or participate in activities, focus on making their environment as comfortable as possible. Soft lighting, gentle music, favorite blankets, or simply sitting quietly together can be more valuable than any activity. This might mean helping with hydration when they're willing, ensuring they're not in pain, and most importantly, letting them know they're loved and not alone. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply hold their hand or sit quietly in their presence. Are you feeling overwhelmed, sad, or even guilty as you recognize these signs? These feelings are completely normal and valid. Grief can begin long before someone dies. It's called anticipatory grief, and it's a natural response to watching someone you love go through this transition. You might feel helpless, wondering if you're doing enough or if you should be doing something different. Here's what I want you to know. Recognizing these signs doesn't mean you failed or that you should have acted sooner. It means you're paying attention, you care deeply, and you're preparing to show up in the most meaningful way possible. Confusion, sadness, and even moments of relief are all normal parts of this process. You're not alone in feeling this way, and there's no right way to navigate these emotions. These 5 signs, unintended weight loss, persistent fatigue, cognitive changes, frequent infections, and breathing changes, reflect the body's natural preparation for transition. This isn't a failure of medical care or a sign that you haven't done enough. It's simply how our bodies begin to shift focus from active living to peaceful transition. This knowledge gives you the gift of presence. Instead of spending energy trying to reverse these changes, you can focus on what truly matters: being there, showing love, and creating comfort and peace in whatever time remains. Remember, this is a time for presence, peace, and making the most of the moments you have left together. Your loved one needs to know they're not alone, that they're loved, and that it's okay to let go when they're ready. You are not alone in this journey. Others have walked this path before you, and you can navigate it too with compassion and strength. If you're still with me and this information has been helpful, comment "feeling supported" below. I want to know that you feel less alone in this experience. Like and subscribe for more gentle, science-backed guidance on caring for aging loved ones. Your journey matters, your love makes a difference, and together we can support each other through life's most meaningful transitions. And please, share this with someone who might need this information. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is help others prepare for these sacred moments with knowledge and peace. Remember, you have the strength to be present for this journey. Your love, your presence, and your willingness to understand what your loved one is experiencing. These are the most precious gifts you can offer. This isn't about saying goodbye. It's about making every moment count, creating peace instead of panic, and showing up with the kind of love that transcends fear. You've got this, and you're not walking this path alone.